Welcome back to Black News Tonight. It's now time to see what's going on these digital streets. First up, a local black community group in Los Angeles, California, fighting to purchase the historic Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Plaza, also known locally as the Crenshaw Mall. They've been rejected. According to recent reports, the community group Downtown Crenshaw Rising offered $115 million to purchase the plaza from its current owners, but believes they were passed over as an effort to prevent black and local control. The community group has been fighting back over the last year, blocking two other companies from acquiring the property. Current developers have been given another extension to purchase the property. Locals believe the sale of the mall will lead to further gentrification and displacement of natives. The group plans to continue to fight back against developers and hopefully purchase the historic landmark. I love this story, not the outcome of it, but the fact that people are fighting to purchase their own stuff. So often we fighting over blocks, dying over blocks that we don't own a nickel in. If we can organize and get stuff, that's fine. Now, again, I don't want to romanticize the buy back the block, because what that often encourages is that same billionaire impulse, that same romanticization of money. You can't just buy back the block. What that leads to often is gentrification just by rich black folk, or at least the ownership, facilitation of gentrification by rich black folk. But if community groups and organizing groups can come together, chip in their money, and take community control or sustain community control over stuff, as opposed to the billionaire 401k Twitter, LLC Twitter kind of logic of buying back the block. I'm talking about something different. I'm talking about saying we can own this stuff ourselves. We can buy this stuff ourselves. We can create our own community control. We don't need outsiders to tell us how to run our own neighborhood or to control our destiny. If we want to keep our neighborhood solid, this is what we got to do. And the fact that they will be willing to sell for less money to outsiders, or specifically to white folk, tells you that this ain't about all money. It's about making sure that black folk don't get the control that we need, want, and deserve. In an exclusive interview with the New York Times, rapper Snoop Dogg took the time to speak on the lack of black ownership in the NBA and the NFL. The rapper shined light on the fact that there are no black owners in the NFL and only one partial owner, Michael Jordan, in the NBA, saying in part, "We still slaves and they still the masters." Snoop feels it's, quote, racist, point blank, period, that there aren't any black owners in the NFL. Look, it's been a battle just to get black coaches in the NFL. When you look at the fact that, whether 70%, let me not say that number, but the disproportionate number, the overwhelming majority of NFL players are black. But the moment they retire, somehow those same players that are geniuses on the field can't become coaches. They almost never become general managers. We have to make Rooney rules just to get them interviews for these jobs. In the NBA, which is almost all filled with black players, we have more coaches now than ever, but as Snoop said, no owners. Even in Snoop's own industry, in the music business, how many people are working for record labels, record owners, getting paid royalties from people who are signing checks to you but don't look like you? At some point, we have to realize that these are not fair games. These are not fair. The reason black people excel on the field is because the playing field is level. The goals are clear, the rules are public, and the referee is honest. But as soon as you step off that field, everything changes. We need a fair shake, and the players have to leverage their power and say that if we don't get a fair shake, we ain't playing no more. That's real power. Jacquees Knight, choreographer behind Beyonce's Single Ladies video, teamed up with Logitech to help creatives copyright their dance moves. The Jacquees Knight Foundation hosted a dinner to celebrate black TikTok creators, working alongside 10 BIPOC creatives to copyright and monetize their dance moves the same way artists can their music. Logitech and the foundation honored 6 of the 10 creators, including Kiara Wilson, choreographer of the Savage Challenge, and the Nene Twins, choreographers of the Savage Remix Challenge. This is, again, the spirit of tonight. Black ownership over our own stuff. We can no longer allow our work to be exploited and even colonized by outsiders. These black girls make these amazing TikTok challenges. They do these amazing TikTok dances. And then you see white people celebrating, crossing the finish line, doing the dances, co-opting it, and celebrating the fact that they got a big check for it. And this is not new to our history. Little Richard makes the art, Elvis gets rich. right? Duke Ellington makes the music. Paul Whiteman becomes a star. We could see Dr. Octagon or Pharoah Monch make the most complicated rhyme bars, and Eminem gets seen as the standard bearer of lyricism. Our stuff has been taken and co-opted forever, but today we're going to say no more. We're going to say it stops here. We're going to say we're going to take ownership of our own stuff. And again, if you don't like it, we ain't going to make it. All right, finally, Queensbridge's finest. Nas dropped his 13th studio album today. It's called King's Disease 2, and the rapper paired up with producer Hit Boy to bring the follow-up album from last year's Grammy Award-winning King's Disease album. Now, the new album is 15 tracks long, and it features appearances from lots of people. But the reason I'm bringing it up is not because Nas made a new album, although we love Nas's albums. It's because Miss Lauryn Hill is on a song called Nobody, and it is fire. You thought Lauryn forgot how to rap? You thought the queen was done? Lauryn Hill is a monster. Top 5 dead or alive. Not top 5 women, top 5 artists, top 5 rappers. She is a problem today. Listen to Lauryn's verse. Listen to Lauryn's music. And Miss Hill, I don't care what time you show up. Please come to the studio and make us an album. The people need it. Stay with me, y'all. Got a little bit more to say before I let you go. Be right back.